It is 97-91 Denver. Game 6 between the Portland Trail Blazers and the Denver Nuggets. Currently, Portland leads 97-91 Blazers on top in Game 6 at Portland. We have Jokic at the line for 2. It's been a tight game. Portland has really taken control in this third quarter. It's 97-92 Portland. And Jokic completes his free throws. It's 97-93 now. Blazers on top. The Blazers are down 3-2 in the series. Nuggets lead at 3-2. And this is do or die here for the Portland Trail Blazers. And it's a big game for them. If they lose, their season is over, and the Nuggets move on to the West semis. If Portland wins, we will have Game 7 on Sunday. And Damian Lillard, the man himself, who had 55 points in Game 5 2 nights ago, but Portland still lost 147-140. Here he is at the line for 2. Knocks the first one down. Dame Lillard shooting around 93% from the free throw line, as Campazzo now has 5 fouls. Campazzo being a very important player in that backcourt for the Denver Nuggets. He has 5 fouls. Lillard gets that second one to go. It is 99-93 Portland. A minute to go here in the third quarter. We have Monty Morris with the ball right now. Jokic sets a screen for him. Anthony Simons on guard. Here is Jokic. Carmelo Anthony guarding him. Jokic finds a nice feed to Monty. Nice pass. Millsap. And he is fouled by Robert Covington. There's Jamal Murray on the sideline. He had an ACL tear, and he has been out for the season. As there's Robert Covington, the journeyman from the Rockets. He was with the Timberwolves, he was with the 76ers, and he joined the Portland Trail Blazers this offseason. Vital defensive component here is a 3-and-D type guy, as Paul Millsap, the savvy veteran, is at the line, knocks the first one down. Both teams are in the bonus for the final 50 seconds in Portland at the Moda Center. Millsap knocks them both down, and it's a 4-point game here, as Nurkic is on the sideline, still watching, 99-95. Portland on top by 4, do or die for them. Damian Lillard put his heart and soul into the previous game in Game 5. Came up short. Hopefully he can do it today. Here's a step back 3, trying to draw the foul. Not going to go. And there is the rebound. And here's Monty Morris up the court. 20 seconds. 20 seconds in the third, 7-second difference between shot and game. And here is Jokic in the paint, bully ball time. Jokic, that's not going to go. Unable to get the rebound, JaMychal Green. And here is Dame. Austin Rivers guarding him. Dame almost triple teamed, and that's going to be a foul. Dame again drawing the foul. Get to the line. As Michael Malone, the Nuggets head coach, is really confused. 1, 2. Is that and 1? That's what the crowd is wondering about. Dame thinks it's and 1. They're not going to count it. It's 2 shots for Damian Lillard. Last seconds of the third quarter here. Denver leads the series 3-2. This is it for the Blazers again. And Dame, it's that first one. He's pretty much automatic from the free throw line. This year shooting around 94%. There's Austin Rivers, had a really big impact in a couple of games previously. Was just sitting on his couch wondering where the next team was to go. And Denver gives him a call, and here he is playing starting guard for the Denver Nuggets after Jamal Murray gets injured, as Norman Powell is checking in. Here comes CJ McCollum. You also have Robert Covington and Anthony Simons on the court for the Blazers. Michael Porter Jr. has 26 points, leading scorer for the Nuggets. Here's Monty Morris, final shot before end of the third is good. You count it. Monty Morris ends it off beautifully for the Denver Nuggets going into the fourth quarter. It is 101-98. That was a 3-ball right there. Monty Morris, the runner three, knocks it down. It's a 3-point game heading into the fourth. We are in a tight battle here, and it's going to be an epic finish going into the fourth in Moda. You got to stick around. This is going to be an epic finish. It's going to be a great game. It's going to be so close. Jeez, that ad was so scary. That devil movie is so scary, I'm telling you. Not a big fan of scary movies, but it's going to be a close finish. But for my prediction, I had the Blazers winning in 6 games. In 6 games, but if they're going to do it, they got to win in 7 this time around. And they're in for some kind of fight down this finish line here. Game 6, this is it. You know, the Portland Trail Blazers have just been one of the most disappointing teams over the past couple of years. I mean, they've come up short every time in the playoffs. Not saying it's Dame's fault. Dame pretty much is doing everything he can. I mean, Game 5 is a great example of that. Dame Lillard scored 55 points, and they still lost. Damian Lillard tied the game on a game-tying three-pointer, sent it to overtime. They still lost. Damian Lillard tied the game, forcing a second overtime. They still lost because CJ McCollum stepped out of bounds, and Robert Covington can't, for some reason, throw a dunk down. So that's the reason why Portland is down 3-2 in the series. I felt really bad for Damian Lillard on Wednesday. He should have won that game. He deserved to win that game. And hopefully he wins it for him. For his sake, I hope he can win. He really deserves it. Great player. Legendary. One of the most clutch the NBA has ever seen. Like I said, the Nuggets, Michael Porter Jr. came out firing tonight. He has hit 6 3-pointers, if I'm not mistaken. Michael Porter Jr. He's been on fire, MPJ. And then for the Blazers, it's been pretty much everybody involved, which is how the Blazers win in general. They win when everybody scores a little. Damian Lillard in wins, only 22 points a game. Damian Lillard in losses, 45 points per game. Like I said, Porter Jr., 26. Leading scorer for the Nuggets is none other than the MVP himself, Nikola Jokic, with 29 points. And then you have Campazzo, who has 10, and Aaron Gordon has 10 as well. And it's a 1-point game here. Portland is up 101-100. That's it. Denver's come all the way back. Denver was down by 15 roughly early in this third quarter. They've come all the way back. Denver's a really good team, even without Jamal Murray. Shot clock is down to 2 for Lillard. Here's Robert Covington at the shot clock buzzer, comes up short. And that is a 24-second violation on the Blazers. This is the moment where you have to get it done if you're the Portland Trail Blazers, the fourth quarter. And you just have not gotten it done. This has been a problem for them for so long. But it can't always be Dame time. I know he's done it so many times, but only so many times Damian Lillard can save the Blazers. Somebody's got to step up. Look at Austin Rivers against Carmelo. He comes up short. Nice rebound by Paul Millsap. Here is Covington. That's a steal. Carmelo Anthony gets the ball back and gives it up to Lillard. You have Hollis Jefferson in from the bench for the Blazers. Here's McCollum. Finds his spot. Can't get it to go. Nice rebound. Lillard is brutally hit. And that's another nice rebound. Robert Covington secures the ball. And here is McCollum driving that floater. This time it doesn't go. And Michael Porter Jr., MPJ with the board. It's going to be a very, very tight finish here. You got to stick around for this epic game. Here's Monte Morris. Such a key contributor off the bench. That's a drilled shot. And Denver has taken the lead. Monte Morris says, we are back and we have taken the lead. How are you going to respond, Portland? That was some kind of shot by Monte Morris. Drills it right in their face. Denver on a 20-6 run in the last minute and a half. Then they have taken the lead for the first time in a very long time, to say the least. Shot clock down to 3. Lillard, long-range missile. That comes up no good. And Denver has the ball again. Here come the Nuggets. Under 10 to go here, 9.5. Monte Morris finds a spot, sets, fires. Won't go. And it is Blazer ball, last touch by JaMychal Green. And there's Dame. Here's Monte Morris. Top of the key, mid-ranger. Book it. Monte Morris, so important off the bench for the Nuggets. So important. He has 15. Here is Lillard. Being double-teamed early. Carmelo Anthony. Finding a spot mid-range jumper. That's smooth. Carmelo Anthony. And the Blazers take the lead right back. Portland wearing their alternate Oregon jerseys in the brown color. Really like those jerseys. Here's Michael Porter Jr. at 3. Too strong. He was guarded by 3 people on that shot. And here's Dame again. Up court. You got Hollis Jefferson, McCollum, Carmelo, and Robert Covington in the game. Here's Lillard. McCollum almost loses it. Gets it back. Tries to find Hollis Jefferson, but cannot hold on. And Denver has the lead. Denver has the ball. 8:38 left in the fourth. Portland has got to use their high-powered offense to take more of a lead here. It's going to get close. You got to watch out for Damian Lillard. And here's Monte Morris. He's been the primary ball handler. There's Austin Rivers being guarded by McCollum, trying to find room. Rivers is stripped. And here comes Robert Covington and Hollis Jefferson. It's a 2-on-3. He pushes Millsap. And here's Melo against JaMychal Green. Step back. Mid-range foul. You count it. Carmelo Anthony. That's a and 1. And he'll head to the line for a 3-point play. That's a killer shot there by Carmelo. And look at this play defensively. This is a great play defensively by C.J. McCollum. Trying to play some defense here. That was a great shot. That's Carmelo's bread and butter right there. And he gets the extra point to go in. 6-point lead for the Blazers. 4-point lead for the Blazers. 106-102. How you guys doing? Appreciate you joining. How you doing, my guy? And here is Monte Morris. Again, he's been primarily the ball handler here. Morris finding some room against Hollis Jefferson. Michael Porter Jr. tries a sidestep 3. That's on line. Doesn't go, though. It's a loose ball foul on Carmelo Anthony. Wow, I'm surprised. Thanks. I really appreciate that. Thanks a lot, my man. If you could subscribe, I'd really appreciate that. But subscribe, I got you covered for NBA content-wise, all my predictions, previews, and play-by-play commentary. Thanks. Hope you're enjoying the game, too. Here's Austin Rivers. And back to Monte Morris. Nice pass. Millsap a 3. That's off. MPJ tries to get the rebound. Cannot. It's Portland ball. And looks like Jokic is trying to check back into the game. Nikola Jokic, the presumptive MVP, checking back in. And there is Nurkic coming and checking in himself. The matchup of the 2 centers here. Jokic and Nurkic. That's been a battle all day long. And there's Lillard, cannot finish. He can get, and there's a nice rebound there by JaMychal Green, Paul Millsap. Two guys off the bench, really solid. Monty Morris, another three, swish! Monty Morris! He is cold-blooded today, isn't he? Drilling it right in Portland's face. Monty Morris carrying them right now. Only 7 minutes left in the ball game, and it's a 1-point game. What could you expect? What's better to watch than playoff basketball in a 1-point game? It's going to be an epic finish. Leading scorer for the Trailblazers, none other than Dame Time himself, Mr. Damian Lillard, with 23 points and 12 assists. Dame Lillard really dishing that ball out tonight. That's what's going to make this team win. They're going to lose if Dame is the only one that's performing. We know that. I had the Blazers winning this series, but I'm still going with the Blazers right now. I still think the Blazers can win this series. They got to win tonight, obviously. I think they'll do it. It's a tight game. And you know, in a tight game, who they go to, and that's Damian Lillard. And I trust him, definitely. And going into a Game 7 in Denver, this happened in 2019. I just think the Blazers will get it done somehow. We'll see if that works out. If not, they're just going to go home tonight. And that's how it is in playoff basketball. When Norman Powell is in the game, the Nuggets are plus 10 and plus minus. Norman Powell has been really important today. He has had 17 points, actually making an impact. If you remember, he was a huge acquisition at the trade deadline. The Blazers traded Gary Trent Jr. To the Raptors, and they got Norman Powell in return. And Norman Powell subbing in as that small forward in the starting lineup. Has really done well scoring-wise. Really, really lots of improvement this year for Norman Powell. And he's finally making an impact in the lineup today. When Portland wins, you definitely see a team contribution, which is what you're seeing right now. I mean, Covington has 11, Powell with 17, Nurkic at 11, McCollum with 19. Everybody's chipping in, helping out Damian Lillard. It can't be the one-man band anymore if the Blazers are going to win this series. Both teams are shooting pretty well from three as well. Look at the Blazers, 47% from three, as the Nuggets are also shooting around 39% from three as well. Both teams, Blazers with 17 threes today. 15 threes. And then the Nuggets with 12 threes of their own. Both teams are shooting really incredible, which is why we have such a high-scoring game. Thank you so much, Oscar. I really appreciate that. Thanks a lot, my guy. Really appreciate you tuning in. Thanks a lot. Hey, man, what's up? How you doing today? What do you think of this game you're watching? It's very close. 106-105 Denver. Blazers, excuse me. Under 7 minutes to go here. Here is Dame, finds Nurkic. Nurkic in the post. There's McCollum, who cannot finish. Jokic gets the board. And here's Denver. Yeah, I hope Portland wins too. I had Portland winning in 6 games, but if they're going to win, they got to win it in 7. And here's Michael Porter Jr. had a hot start with 26 points in the post, being guarded by the smaller Dame. Back out to Jokic. Shot clock down to 4. Jokic, a rainbow. It is good. Nikola Jokic. That's a high rainbow shot. And it's a 2-point lead for Denver. 108-106. Is Denver going to send him home? Here's Nurkic. He finishes. There's Jusuf Nurkic. Ties it up 108-108. It's going to be crazy if it goes into 4 overtimes. I'm going to lose my patience if it does. Here's Jokic striding his way. And it is out of bounds. And it's last touched by the Blazers. No, I don't know about that. We got to review this play right here. I mean, everybody is really wondering what's going on right now. Clearly last touched by JaMychal Green. They got to take a look at this. This was clearly last touched by JaMychal Green. So, I mean, this is kind of a really bad call if they get this wrong. They got to challenge this ruling. Looks like they are. The Blazers are challenging the ruling on the court. And it's a good challenge. They should win. It's 108-108. Super tight game here into the final minutes. This is going to be a super intense game. The last moments for the Portland Trail Blazers, is this what we're seeing? I mean, if the Nuggets win the series, that's really, really incredible, considering they lost Jamal Murray. I mean, that's really insane. Because obviously they're not championship contenders without Jamal Murray. I mean, they're not going to come out of the West without Jamal Murray. Obviously, we know that. But I mean, they could go well into the Western semis. I mean, that's really what it's looking right now. It's a close game, though. And I think the one player that you trust more than anybody right now is Damian Lillard. And we better see whether it's Dame time or not. Gotta check that clock, see if it is. You know, the Nuggets without Jamal Murray, you bring in Austin Rivers. I love Austin Rivers, by the way. I loved having him on the Rockets. Austin Rivers was really one of my favorite players on that team, actually. If you look at him, he has 2 points only. He's really important to this team. I mean, imagine if Austin Rivers starts to get going. I mean, when he gets going, he gets hot. We know that. He can shoot 3-ball, really great driver of the basketball, has a great crossover, and he can finish at the rim. We know that. And I was wondering, man, if you would give me, I'd really appreciate it if you could give me a shout out on your channel. I know you have around 30,000 subs. I'd love to have a shout out, man. I really appreciate it. I'd really appreciate that if you could. Because I'd love to have some more exposure out there. Nice. Yeah, that's a good idea. But of course, thank you so much. Thanks a lot, my guy. Appreciate that. Sir. You know, I'm honestly surprised how the Blazers really just under-deliver every year. It's just kind of like that every year, except 2019 when they reached the conference finals. I mean, every year it seems like they kind of under-deliver, especially this year. I thought they would win the series, you know, I mean, especially without Jamal Murray. I mean, look at this. I mean, they're calling it Carmelo Anthony last touched the ball. I mean, come on. That's a really bad call right there. I mean, this crowd is angry. Carmelo Anthony is angry. And I just really don't understand what they're exactly looking at. I mean, I know he literally does not have help. We saw that in game 5. There's Austin Rivers, just like I said. And he drives and he finishes at the basket. 110, 108. It's just sad to see how Dame doesn't get the help he needs. In game 5, I mean, Robert Covington, for some reason, decides he could not dunk anymore. And then here comes CJ McCollum stepping out of bounds. And here's Nurkic. I was talking about game 5 right there. Nurkic in the post, Jokic guarding him. And that's going to be a foul on the Joker. It was honestly sad what I was seeing in game 5. I was really, really feeling for Dame. You know, he did everything. He scored 55 points and hit 12 three-pointers. I mean, what else is he supposed to do? Seriously. And then you have CJ McCollum stepping out of bounds, and then you have Covington not finishing dunks. I mean, and you're going to lose. That's how it is. Got a close game here, 110-108. 5.5 here. Here's Nurkic being guarded by Jokic. We've seen this matchup over and over. And that's a turnover by Jusuf Nurkic. He turns the ball over. And here comes Denver, 110-108 lead, looking to extend that, make it a 2-possession here. And here's Monte Morris, has been so important these last few minutes. Here he is, puts a floater. That's drilled. Monte Morris makes it a 2-possession game here for the Nuggets. 112-108. Portland needs some help immediately. Can Dame do that? Trying to draw the foul. He can't finish, and that's another rebound by Monte Morris. Monte Morris just might be the man of the moment right here for the Denver Nuggets. Kind of unbelievable what we're seeing right here in the last couple of minutes here. The Denver Nuggets came all the way back from down 15 in the third. Here they are with a 4-point lead, trying to make it more, and it's a foul. It's a foul on Robert Covington. And Terry Stotts puts his hands on his head. Cannot believe it. 4:32 left in Portland's season right now. Unless they can get some buckets here in succession. I mean, I don't know. It kind of looks like a clean block. Not really sure. But either way, JaMychal Green, the former Clipper from last year, big acquisition for the Nuggets, coming off the bench here. And he's heading to the line for 2. That first one rattles in. And look at the Nuggets extending their lead slowly but surely. 113-108. Here we go. Portland's season hangs in the balance right here and right now. The Nuggets looking to finish it off here in Game 6. And here's CJ McCollum, Dame Lillard, Nurkic, Covington, and Powell, the starting lineup for the Blazers. And here's Powell with a nice drive. Powell, he cannot finish at the rim. Portland is just honestly self-destructing here. What is going on? It's 114-108, Denver. Crowd yelling defense as loud as they can. They know how important these last possessions are. Jokic almost tries a 3, does his traditional pump fake. And guess what? He's fouled. It's a 5th foul on Jusuf Nurkic. 5 fouls on Nurkic now. He was fouled out in Game 5 as well. And that's his 5th tonight. Nurkic is honestly kind of struggling here. He has 13 points, but is -7 and plus-minus. And here's Monte Morris, finds Rivers. Rivers a 3, lines up. It's good! Austin Rivers from downtown. It's a 9-point lead for the Nuggets. Insanity. Look at these Nuggets coming out. 4th quarter time. They're here and they're ready to deliver. They're ready to move on to the next round. 117-108. Look at these Nuggets going on a 9-0 run. Incredible here. Late. These Nuggets are showing their clutch ability right now. And Portland's season, honestly, is really hanging severely in the balance right now. It's kind of shocking what we're witnessing. I mean, according to me, at least. This is incredible. I mean, Austin Rivers, I'm telling you, he is clutch. He's made a late 5 points here in this game. I loved Austin Rivers when he was on my Rockets. And he's getting it done. With that beautiful crossover and drive. And then hitting that big 3, contested 3, where he's ready, coming in confident, knocks down that 3 ball. And we're right where we are right now, 117-108, Nuggets with 9-point lead. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see, Amar. I don't know. 3:51 left. I mean, it's a 9-point game. There's still enough time. And as long as that guy, Damian Lillard, is there, just like when I said I jinxed it, he turned it over. Can you believe it? There's another turnover. That's another. There have been so many turnovers in this game right now. It's honestly incredible. Both teams really putting on an offensive clinic, but it's been the Denver Nuggets as of late playing some great defense. I know, Rivers and Monty Morris. I mean, I loved Austin Rivers when he was on the Rockets. Did you like Austin Rivers when he was here in Houston? Because I did. And here's Monty Morris again. These two in the backcourt have been incredible. Campazzo has been checking out for the past fourth quarter. And here's Nurkic. Here's Jokic in the post. That's a floater. It rattles in. Denver continues to extend their lead. It's an 11-0 run for the Denver Nuggets in the last 3 minutes. And this game and the season is getting slowly away from the Blazers as Lillard drives easily and puts it in to make it a 9-point game, 3 possession. Under 3 minutes to go here in the Moda Center, Game 6. Denver leads the series 3-2. And Denver is just 2 minutes 45 seconds away from going to the Western Conference semis. Thanks, appreciate that. Thanks for joining, my guy. There's Nurkic as the Nuggets cannot finish on the other end. You need some shots right here, right now. Lillard draws the foul. Is he going to head to the line for 3 or is it a 2-point? He's heading to the line. If you're new, be sure to subscribe. I'd really appreciate it if you could subscribe, man. I got you covered for NBA content. All my predictions, previews, live reaction, and play-by-play. I got you covered for the NBA. Thanks, guys. Appreciate that. Appreciate the support. Once again, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And Lillard is heading to the line, knocks the first one down. Dame is around, 93% from the free throw line here right now. These are crucial buckets. I think he can at this stage. I mean, I trust Lillard a lot. Dame, I mean, I think the game is still alive with him, honestly. It's never over with Damian Lillard. That's just how it is. He is so dangerous from the 3-point line. Logo Lillard, I mean, that is just very, very scary. I mean, it's a 7-point game. There's still 2.5 to go. There still is time. Lillard putting in another offensive clinic here. He's been really good. We know what he does. 27 points and 12 assists so far for Dame. It's a 6-1 game, 2 possession. Defense is a must for the Blazers right here, right now. This is where they struggle, 29th in defense this year. This is where they have to get it done. That's a turnover. It's going into the backcourt. And it is Blazer ball here. 119-113. It's still a 6-point game. 2 possessions. 2 minutes left. There's more than enough time here. This game is not over yet. And with that guy, Damian Lillard, 2 back-to-back threes here would tie it up. Nurkic receives the inbound, guarded by Jokic. That's been the matchup all night. Here's McCollum, finds a crossover. Powell, open for 3. That doesn't go. That had to go in for the Blazers, and it doesn't. Under 2 minutes to go here. Monty Morris and Austin Rivers, the backcourt for the Denver Nuggets, has really taken over here late, and Jokic really affecting the game in all phases. And you have Aaron Gordon and JaMychal Green. There he is, Nikola Jokic, and he finishes at the rim. It's back to 8, and this season for the Blazers is literally on life support right now as we speak. This crowd in Portland is shocked. Lillard tries a 3. That had to go. It didn't. And it is still Blazer ball. Luckily for them, 1:24 left, 121, 113 Nuggets. It's been a complete change of events here. I mean, look at the Nuggets in the fourth quarter. 23-12, they're outscoring the Blazers. I mean, this is a +11 in the fourth quarter. You know, after being down by quite a bit actually, at some point here. They were down by like what, double digits in the middle. At one point, it was reaching 15. The Nuggets just continue to fight. They never give up. I mean, they're getting it done here late, and they're proving why they deserve to move on. Unlike the Blazers. That's just the reality right now. Then now they're checking to see whether JaMychal Green saved that basketball as it went out of bounds. It's a close play here. Let's see what they rule. The Nuggets are in the bonus, by the way, so any foul that Portland commits will result in the Nuggets heading to the line. So it is Portland ball. Damian Lillard is actually going to head to the line here. But, it really is looking, actually, to be frank, it's looking quite unlikely here for the Blazers to pull this out. They'd really need some Dame magic here. Honestly, it would just be incredible if the Blazers could pull this out, but it's not looking likely. Carmelo Anthony inbounding. Melo's had a solid 14. There's CJ on a quick inbound. Back to 6. It's still alive here. That's exactly what the Blazers needed. A quick basket. That was within 2 seconds they got it. Probably 1 second they scored a quick 2. Nice inbound play by Terry Stotts. And they need defense. A must stop here. If the Blazers don't get a stop here, they're not going to do it. Monte Morris finds Jokic. That's a tip. JaMychal Green fights for the offensive rebound. He gets it. Under a minute to go. Here in Portland, 121-115. Denver finds Aaron Gordon. This is a 3. It is good. Again. The Denver Nuggets keep punching clutch daggers over and over to continue to haunt the Blazers. Lillard tries a deep 3 of his own. That doesn't go. It's more and more unlikely now. This Portland team is on life support. Looks very likely Denver's going to move on at this stage. 124-115. The Denver Nuggets, what do you say? These are some clutch knives going through the Blazers right now. Over and over again, the Portland Trail Blazers just cannot get that defense to happen. And they just cannot get a stop defensively. That's just been their problem. Leaving Aaron Gordon wide open for 3 and the new acquisition. Guess what he does? Aaron Gordon, the huge acquisition at the trade deadline for the Nuggets. He hits a 3 in their biggest moment so far, and probably the biggest moment of Aaron Gordon's career right now. And the Blazers, honestly, and the crowd here in Portland cannot believe it right now. They cannot believe it. Because this was a team that was supposed to win the series, honestly. And they're out in the first round, losing 4-2. Not a good way to get out here for the Blazers, unfortunately for them. Tough ending to their season right now. Very, very tough ending here. Under 30 to go, 126-115, Denver. That's it. That's going to do it. And Denver's going to dribble this out here with their starters, Monte Morris, Austin Rivers, the men of the moment here, that backcourt, and then Aaron Gordon drilling that 3, the biggest moment of his career. And that will do it here in Portland. The Denver Nuggets are moving on. The Denver Nuggets win this series 4-2, 126-115 over the Portland Trail Blazers. That is your final score. And the Denver Nuggets are moving on as that number 3 seed in the West. Congratulations to the Denver Nuggets. What an impressive series win today. In 6 games, they beat a very, very potent offense in the Portland Trail Blazers. And up next on TNT, you've got the Phoenix Suns and Los Angeles Lakers and Staples. Anthony Davis is ready to play here tonight for the Lakers, although he has a groin. We'll see how he does. But great win for Denver. Honestly, I'm really surprised they won this game. I mean, they won the series. I had Portland winning in 6, but guess what? Denver. They have heart. They have heart, guys. They're a great team, the Denver Nuggets. I mean, they showed that in the fourth quarter. I mean, they outscored the Blazers in the fourth quarter by 14 points, 28-14. And that really did it in this game. I mean, Portland was up by 7 going into the half. They increased their lead to double digits. And the Nuggets just kept fighting. They kept hitting those big 3-pointers. And Monte Morris ended up with 22 points in this game. Monte Morris ended up with 22 points. He was such an important factor off that bench. And then you have 36 from the Joker himself. He was plus 15. And Austin Rivers, only 7 points, a key 7 points though. And Aaron Gordon, a key 13 points himself. What a win for the Nuggets. They're moving on. I mean, not a lot of names in that backcourt, but Monte Morris, Austin Rivers, Campazzo, they'll get it done. They're more than good enough. And that front court for the Nuggets, one of the best in the league. What a great win. What a great win for the Nuggets. And Jokic himself is being interviewed. Nikola Jokic is my MVP. And this only solidifies that case. I mean, I know it's based on regular season, but come on. This guy had 36 points. 5 out of 6 games he scored 30. Just incredible. But it's just sad for the Blazers. I mean, they have to give Damian Lillard some more help, especially defensively. I mean, the Blazers are just a horrible team defensively. Like I said, I mean, they're 29th. They're second offensively, which is great, but you gotta adjust the defense if you're gonna win the series. Once again, the final score here 126-115. Nuggets over Blazers here in game 6. The Denver Nuggets win the series 4-2. Moving on to the Western Conference semis. And they're probably going to be facing, I would guess, at this stage. It's really tough to say, but I would guess at this stage you're probably going to be facing the Phoenix Suns, assuming the Suns win their series as well. But Nuggets fans, they must be really happy. Michael Porter Jr. started it off. Monte Morris finished it off. Aaron Gordon finishing touches. That's your final score from Portland. 126-115. Hope you enjoyed this game. Please go down, hit the like, subscribe, enable notifications. Appreciate all that support, guys. Really enjoyed doing this live stream. And gonna see you in a little bit, doing a little bit of Lakers Suns probably in a little bit. Thanks again, guys. See you in the next stream. Thank you.